Greetings, beautiful family. Out of this glorious morning light with these divas and the black cockatoo. The black cockatoo, you can hear it's calling. It's just flying in as I'm beginning this transmission. This transmission of light. This transmission of source codes, this transmission through me as a vessel of source, of the divine, of love, out into the field. And look where these divas here are looking into. So we are beginning with how they are directing themselves towards the sun. The plants show us. Have a look at all of them. Sun worshipping divas. These beautiful flowers that are greeting me here this morning. Why do you feel we have been given senses? Eyes, nose, ears, hands, skin, touch, hearing, tasting, smelling. Through the senses we receive codes. Smelling the spices, smelling the herbs. Smelling life. Good morning. Yeah. Oh, these beautiful flowers. Have a look at them. Wow. Isn't creation so divine? Now I am just so grateful for eyes. Eyes that see. And my subtle senses. When I began with Body Talk over 20 years ago, that's one of the first bubbles, the first links in the protocol. Our senses, 5 senses. Look at that beautiful butterfly that is there. Oh, yeah, wow. So, what does that mean? Having time to smell the roses, stopping, pausing to smell the flowers, to see the flowers, to see the butterflies, being present to dance with this existence that is. This is a raw existence. This is the interconnectedness. There is a bee, one bee. We need to celebrate our bees. Remember when... This is very moving because look at all these flowers. I am not hearing any buzzing. There's one bee, not hundreds like it used to be. But here, wow, that's moving me to tears. The sweet sound of bees, so simple. Look how she takes what she's showing us. We live here in this state. We have a severe program going on against something that hasn't even been really here, called fire ants, and that poison is spread far and wide. And yeah, many things have been affecting the bees. Have a look at what she does. Isn't that amazing? This little bumblebee, a sweet sound. Wow, feeling her in my heart. That is incredible. I'm just in tears. Surprisingly, but that can always happen. It does always happen. When we live with an open heart and an open soul. Look at this little bee coming into our transmission here, of course. Isn't she sweet? Oh my God. But yeah, that is one bee. And look at all the flowers here that are waiting for the bees. For the bees to come and pollinate. And there's one bee in all these many flowers. One bee. Let's call the bees in. Because life without bees is very different. Isn't it crazy how the importance of life has been put onto things that are actually not important, and the very important, necessary things have been poisoned and neglected, abused. Another beautiful being coming in, little brown butterfly moth. These flowers also taste delicious. Look at how special they look. This is basil. Basil and tulsi. Now you can see why we say busy bee, because bees are just busy. They are busy, they do so much work. Wow. She hops from flower to flower to flower. Isn't that sweet? So let's appreciate every single bee we see, and let's have a look for the bees, because if what we are looking at, we amplify. What we give our energy to, we amplify. Let's keep looking at flowers and see if we spot the bees. How beautiful she has come here into our transmission. Hopping from little flower to little flower. Incredible. There is a second bee. So what we look at increases. There is another bee has come in. There she's sitting. I'm just looking to get her on the camera. She's sitting there very still. Oh, there she is. There she is. Oh. Not flying around. So what we look at amplifies. There is another one there. Yeah. This one. Isn't she gorgeous? I have never seen one sitting, just sitting like this. Let's receive her transmission and her message. she is flying. She is flying. Different speed to the other one that we just saw. So the longer we look, the more we see. There's another one. There's another one. More coming in. It's like looking at stars, right? When we look up, we see more and more. Let's celebrate the bees, their sound, what they are doing, and let's look out for them. Let's keep appreciating nature with all our senses. I love beginning my day eating herbs, eating fresh herbs from the garden. And look at these beautiful, beautiful flowers dancing in the sun, greeting the sun. I love eating this pineapple sage. It's delicious. And filling myself up with sunshine. I've been all weekend in the retreat from 6 a.m. in the morning till late at night. And today I'm just bathing in the silence and here with the land and the animals, and I've been connecting this morning for many, many years now. Every day I've been connecting with horses for quite some time now, maybe since 2000. What year did that begin? 2019 or so? I have to check. Time is just a concept, but for many, 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 many years I've been around horses every day. Yeah. It began when my daughter wanted to ride, and yeah, we found this beautiful farm and we spent a lot of time with horses there, and I shared also equine therapy there with a lot of people. And yeah, the horses always told us in the morning who wanted to come out, and then I told the owner of the farm who was coming, and then she was connecting with the horses, and the horses showed up who wanted to come, and then she put them into the arena. That is a divine equine embodiment that you see my Facebook page of. So this morning, as I was with my beautiful horse friends, I was feeling again, connecting deeply how horses connect. They connect through the nose, smelling each other like many animals do. And the horses, yeah, as I was doing that and being in that, the horses, I was marveling at their mouths and the smell of them. They're so pure. All day long they have their nozzle on the earth, nuzzling the grass. I've got all horse dust and hair under my fingernails. But yeah, they have all their nuzzle all day long on the earth. So when we connect with their mouths, it's pure earth connection. And the warm breath, and they're just kissing the earth all day long. They don't rip other animals apart. They don't smell of rotten flesh like meat eaters can do, because they have cadavers in their body. They're eating flesh, and when that digests in the body, it stinks, and this is to me, to my senses, to my finely tuned senses, from the flowers and being with horses and guinea pigs. The guinea pigs as well. The guinea pigs are all day long eating grass and eating hay. And these animals smell so beautiful because they are pure. They are filled up with sunshine and grass and earth. And their mouths and their hairs, you know, humans cut and trim every hair off on their body a lot of the time, lasered away and so on. But the animals with their divine hair, all the hairs are antennas. When you look at a horse chin that has long hairs, and they are antennas. In the energy medicine for horses and the energy, the chakras of the horses and the animals, the whiskers of the cats and all other animals, of the guinea pigs as well, they all have long whiskers. They are part of their sensory system. And humans have been so messing with the senses, also with the hair. Also the hair on the head, that gets colored and cut all the time, and just so much interference with our natural beingness. These are all little antennas, our hair. Yeah, and if you put hair extensions on and fakeness and this and that, it's not the real antennas. Yeah. So I've been very, that's part of body talk as well, to really turn our senses on. And why? So that we can receive the codes, the light codes we need to receive. If we cut all the antennas off and make ourselves numb, that's happening through poisoning as well, and the wrong water, and not being connected to earth frequency, then we are not fully functioning. If we want to function fully, we need to connect with earth. Why? Because we are here. We are here on this planet, in this meat suit, in this flesh, in this light body, divine instrument that we've been given, that has been very manipulated with and messed with. That many are feeding the wrong petrol, the wrong fuel, not having the right frequencies to function optimally. And that what does that lead to? Constant seeking, constant busyness, constant disconnection. To function optimally, we need to be connected to what? To earth and to the light, to the sun, and be engaging like these flowers do, looking into the sun, into the morning sun, rising with the sun, letting our skin be touched by the sun, our whole body filled with the light of the sun, opening the mouth and eating the sun and letting the sun in, because as without, so within, and as within, so without. Imagine all of your cells being lit up like that, all of our cells, our mitochondria functioning optimally and being lit up like we are seeing here right now, like the sun. And our senses wide open and us optimally functioning. Being aware that we are an interbeing here, interconnected with everything. So too, our body, our light body coming fully online, our cells functioning optimally. And what I've been sharing here and what I've been seeing this weekend again, sharing the frequency devices with so many people. All weekend we were together, all of us earth angels, sharing our message and sharing, just connecting. It wasn't about anyone teaching anybody anything. It was creating impact together, impacting change together. And for that, first of all, you have to gather. You have to come together, and then to get to know each other. Otherwise, we stay disconnected. We have to connect to Earth, and this is too what I'm noticing. The frequency devices of PEMF and terahertz, which is pulsed electromagnetic field energy, the Earth energy amplified, and the light of life, is what you are seeing here. And that also helps us to connect in a very new way with our souls and with our bodies. Because we are here as physical beings, also here, to share together, to create together. So I'm noticing that these machines turn people very quickly on to remember who they are and to remember how important it is to connect. And many people finding it very hard to sit still. And the frequency devices very quickly calm and draw in, funnel the soul to the body, and actually begin to enjoy sitting down and being charged up. Sitting down, receiving the Earth energy amplified through the eyes, through the lower dantian, through the solar plexus, through our feet, through the wand right into our skin. And then quickly the vagus nerve calms down the whole nervous system, and we are shifting into receiving mode, into relaxation, into feeling safe in our body. How can we feel safe as a soul in our body if the body is poisoned and abused and disconnected from Earth? We are not fully functioning. It's proven now that we need the voltage in our body, to be, we need the voltage to be charged up so that we are functioning properly. To send the codes, we are to first of all receive the codes, and then also to send them through our system and into the grid. So through nature, through being out here as well, for years and years and years, I've been sharing here, right out of the field. We are field. I'm a leader. I'm a field leader. I'm a relational leader. I am an embodied leader. And through my embodiment, I am leading that way. Not by asking you to follow me, but just by being in my leadership. Leading myself. Leading this life of embodiment and connectedness, and of going to the new places and then bringing them out to all of you, all of whoever, to the whole. So I am deeply out here in this beautiful paradise. Let's have a look at some more flowers. Letting the flowers speak. Have a look how they stand here in the sun. Isn't it gorgeous? All the different colors. All the different smells. More flowers. Some are also here. They are edible. They are delicious. Beautiful lavender. Imagine eating this. It is so delicious. And then our body receives codes from the plants, and it helps us to remember. So let's go and meet these two sacred beings that I'm just spotting here. There's a magpie baby with its parent. Everyone is touching the earth. And can you feel that connection? I'm having my feet barefoot on the earth. There they are in the beautiful trees. Gonna have a sit down here. Light filled. If I wouldn't be speaking here, I wouldn't even see how much light filled I am being out here. You can see it above me. It's flowing right into me. And I have been opening my body, opening for many, many years consciously to receive. Yeah. Good morning, Jake. How are you? Nice to see you. As I said that there was a little fly landing on the screen, saying hi. Yeah, I'm just deeply here in the nature this morning after being around many people all weekend long. I've been spending a significant amount of time in the last years, over 10 years, in nature, alone and in silence. And yeah, I love always returning to that, and I'm feeling that this morning as well, how much that is necessary. And in that silence we can feel our soul, that is necessary to bring our soul in, to surrender to our fears of that as well, of being alone and being in silence and being still. And in this silence I've been turning my antennas on for years and years. I didn't always used to be like so connected like I am now. I had to really go out and turn all the antennas on. But I was born on the land. I was raised in the countryside. I was always outside in nature, as probably many of you masters in all different bodies and earth angels have been as well. I always rode my bicycle. I was always out in nature as much as I could, instead of riding around in buses or cars. That was my morning connection, riding my bicycle to school, and I always had the wish to just stay out. But that was the conditioning, spending most of the day in shoes, in clothes, in a building. But that was not my nature, so it actually made me quite unwell, considering how I feel now, comparing how I feel now and how I now get a glimpse of how we feel when we are optimally functioning. Because being all day long, and now it's even worse because there's all the frequencies that are quite harmful to the human body. All the mobile phones, the technology, the mobile towers, we didn't have that back then. And but still, being in shoes all day long, then they told me I had flat feet, which I didn't even think I had, but maybe I did a little bit, and then I had to wear these shoes with these soles in it that gave support to my arch, but all I wanted was actually run around in nature barefoot. And that's what I see now. If I would have been charged up with frequencies back then, I wouldn't have to wear all these shoes with those special soles in them. Ah, what a trick all of that is. And if I would have had sand and the beach, which my being also knew I needed. But yeah, we have to go through something not optimally. That's how it looks like, to actually find and move, follow our soul, to move to where it's optimal for us. Like now I'm mostly barefoot all day long, and I live somewhere where that is possible. It is never, hardly ever too cold to be to have to wear shoes. I can be some of the day all year long without shoes, which is a bit hard if you live in Canada or so and it gets minus 30 degrees. So that is really, really has been important for me to embody my soul. Yeah, the same as having sand I can walk through, which is so good for the muscles of the feet and the earth connection. So I am charging up with earth. I have been for years and years. I'm outside a lot. And the frequency devices bring in the frequency of earth and the light of life through the soles of my feet into my body has been helping me to absorb even more of what I need from earth. Yeah, and has been filling me up. So I'm always astonished now, because my life has become so simple, also what goes into my body. Very simple diet, very simple, you know, also not thousands of different supplements. And yeah, when I remember some years back, or when I look into other people's kitchens, they are mostly filled with all kinds of supplements. And yeah, so lots of supplements, because the bodies are empty, and people are trying to fill them up with all different things. Yeah, and I remember that too, because I was there myself. And how do we know that all of that stuff gets even absorbed? Most of it brings confusion into the body. Confusion into the body to digest all that. How do we know all of that works just because someone told us, oh, you need this and this and this vitamin, you need this and this and this protein powder? But all of that together, you know, that's often just the head that responds to advertising. But if the cells are not functioning and we are not charged up properly, that all doesn't work in the body anyway properly, and it just creates more confusion than any benefit. But it makes a lot of people very wealthy and a lot of people very poor, in inverted commas, because the money just continuously drains out. So anyway, this is all coming through this morning, and yeah, marveling in simplicity of living in what matters most, which is a connection to our hearts, to earth, to each other, with our body and with our soul and our spirit. Because we are souls, we are spirits, we are divine essence, and this body that we have, we can come fully in and help it to function optimally, so that we are fully being embodied, divine masters that we are, our soul, our spirit in the body, not these empty robots that think they are not spiritual, that they are not nothing but this body. We are so much more. And to remember that, yeah, if we are very poisoned, we can't remember fully, because we are so distracted with dealing with the poison in the body and pains. So it's all aligned. Yeah, and what more beautiful can there be than sitting here on earth in this grass, feeling the earth underneath my feet, having fresh air to breathe, sitting in a peaceful environment, without anyone attacking me, except maybe little ants that that are biting or so, but nothing is biting me right now. Nothing is attacking me right now. I am in deep inner peace and outer peace. Yeah, and what matters more, than that and health of our body, feeling good. And have space and presence to relate with each other, to connect. So I wish you a magical day, of deep connection, of deep remembrance. May you also encounter lots of flowers and bees, and have the space to really, really connect, deeply anchor. And also an update from my leg. In the toe bar I ran into just the night before last. There is no bruising, no swelling, no bruising. So with the frequency machines that I had my feet on and the wand, there's also no pain anymore. And it was a massive, massive hit. The blood was also flowing. So this is healing so well. This is all closed up. The skin that has formed is almost falling off, healed. This is one day. This is the second day today. So that's what's possible, because the circulation is increased. And there's a beautiful magpies coming again. The healing, wound healing, all the healings that can happen through circulation improvement is incredible. So many people with numbness under their feet, foot pain, knee pain. And the PEMF and the terahertz is just, very, very nurturing. And it's also like sitting on earth and having my legs here on earth and my whole body lying on earth. But many people can't do that. Many people can't do that. They live in a concrete jungle. So the devices are also for them who can't be on the grass all day long or some of the day. And then for those who have forgotten how necessary that is, to turn them back on to that. So I keep bathing now here in this beautiful nature with the birds and the bees, celebrating life every moment, and that we are down here on this planet. Every day I'm also collecting grass for my guinea pigs, which also connects me very much to earth and to seeing. Yeah, with that's what the animals teach me. As I pick grass for them, I connect with earth and I feel how the days, I'm in touch with the seasons in a different new ways. I see how quickly the grass goes and how wet it is and the temperature and how it smells. And when we care for animals, it helps us. They are helping us, they are our teachers. They are in a higher frequency. And when we shift frequencies, we can quickly shift and change the world. So instead of doing, and mentally trying to ascend, we can shift our frequency, and then it happens through awareness, through frequency change. Yeah, I'm really embodying. Yeah. Might be time to play the song It's a Beautiful Day from YouTube, from U2, not YouTube, but maybe from YouTube, from U2 on YouTube. Yeah, it is such a beautiful day. And I always love watching clouds and what I see in them, and messages I receive all day long from everything around me. That's how we function when we are open. This is being with the nature fairies, not off with the fairies, but being right here with the fairies. And I was feeling this morning too how to call our team of frequency sharers. I felt frequency angels, but then I felt frequency fairies, because I've been, as you see on my profile, I've been, very much connecting and always with the fairy kingdom, which is nature itself. And my name Tanya means fairy queen in Russian. And so maybe frequency fairies. I will check with those on my team and let me know how that feels to you. Love to hear. And I wish you a beautiful day here on this beautiful planet. Living this day as if it's our last. Every moment fully alive, fully aware, fully living, giving our all, showing fully up. Showing fully up to life. Showing fully up to the divine. We've been commissioned to be down here. We agreed to come here to show fully up for our mission. To be fully here, and whichever your mission is. I see that in others also, and have been guided how I see that and feel it. And most of what we have studied and attended workshops for and studied and became facilitators in, and it was all a way to remember what we already know and knew, because we have been masters forever. So, like the Crow tribe, they're coming in, confirming that. Yes. Yeah. You know, there's sometimes people say, I don't want to use the word shaman. There's only the shamans in the jungle and you have to do this and this long training for it and so on. And many of us are shamans. We are urban shamans. And yes, I have been doing, speaking for myself, this work here by, being trained also by shamans, by life itself, and by all the different living beings, the masters in animal bodies, the land, some humans, and all of us humans, a lot of us humans are turning into Homo luminous, the light beings, not belonging to man anymore, but belonging to the light. And we remember and switch that. That's why I don't like to use the word human anymore. But when we shift frequency and shift consciousness, old words we used to use, they still sometimes pop up, but I'm aware of when they come up and then I shift them around. So we have to be very aware, because sometimes with words we lock ourselves deeper in. If we keep saying, I am only human, yes, only human, the human is belonging to man. To me it feels to be manipulated and not being fully embodied. Whereas I am feeling the Homo luminous, the light being, the light body, embodying our light body, coming in with our soul fully. So, have a beautiful day, and may you have space and to watch the flowers, spot the bees, and live fully, so that our souls are fully blooming. And once they have bloomed, they will never stop blooming. And blessings and love. And I see you when I come on next, and always in the quantum field. Much love, and have a very magical morning or night wherever you are. Thank you for watching, thank you for coming on, thank you for liking, thank you for sharing. Helps the algorithm so more people find it. And you know, when we like something and when we comment, when we give reviews, all of that, we are energizing ourselves. We are energizing the field, we are energizing each other. And I find that really beautiful on these soulful media platforms. They are really encouraging us to connect and engage. That's why the algorithm doesn't work if we are not connecting with others. If we are only watching, but if we are fully contributing, communicating with others, communing in sacred communion, it flows very differently. So, aloha, and until I see you next.